All right, there's a lot of sports to get to, from the Padres win over the Dodgers to World Cup knockout round starting tomorrow. Let's get right to it. Lee Hacksaw Hamilton joins us, as he always does on Saturday morning.
Good morning. It was a fun Friday night at Petco Park. The fans chanted, "Beat LA, beat LA." And the Padres did. They beat the Dodgers 7-1. Mookie Betts hit a home run early off Walker Buehler. Padre fans responded by throwing the ball back into the field, but that was all the Dodgers did. The Padres were exceptional. Ty France hit a 3-run home run. The lead was 3-1, and then late in the game, Sun Moon Song hit a 2-run single. Padres added 4 runs in the 7th inning. The big story, aside from Ty France, was Walker Buehler. Buehler, 5 sizzling innings against his former team. This lottery ticket pickup free agent pitcher has now gone 9 games in a row. His collective ERA is 2.68. Meanwhile, Roki Sasaki really struggled for the Dodgers. 5 walks, gave up the home run ball to Ty France. Dodgers walked 9 Padre batters, and the Padres defense, get this, 4 double plays. Padres have cut the Dodgers' lead to 8 games in the National League West. This is a save-the-season stretch, Jason, because the Padres play the Dodgers 7 times in the next 10 games. They either climb back into this pennant race or this thing will be effectively over. But they got 1 game up on the Dodgers already. We go from that baseball story, which was fun, to this bad baseball story last night. Bad night in baseball. An hour before the Angels game, they fired the general manager, Perry Minasian. Been on the job 6 years. His composite record, 392 and 500. In 10 years, the Angels have not had a winning record. In 11 years, they've not been in the playoffs. Meanwhile, early in the morning, the New York Mets fired Carlos Mendoza, their manager. Last place team with the #1 payroll in baseball in the midst of a miserable season. They're 15 games out of first place. They had a 12-game losing streak early in the season, and in just this week, Mendoza's team committed 6 errors in 1 game. He's gone. Most interesting story there, the Mets may want to talk to Albert Pujols, the Angel legend, about becoming their new manager, but that's a bad roster. And the third baseball item is the war of words that just continues between the owners and the union. Rob Manfred made a new proposal on Wednesday to the union. The union blew him out of the water. He says salary cap. They've come up with an idea. We'll give every team the right to have a cornerstone player they can tag, and he gets a max 5 contract, and the 5-year contract won't count against the team's salary cap. They're talking about a massive pay raise of $1 million per minimum salary for every young player, but they want to limit the free agent contracts to 5 years. That's no 17-year contract for Juan Soto, and I don't know how they're going to implement this. They want to ban deferred clauses. The Dodgers have 10 players with deferred money. I don't know how baseball is going to handle that, grandfather that in to the new CBA. So Rob Manfred's made some real significant creative proposals, and the union chief, Bruce Meyer, just blew it out of the water, saying all you're doing is putting a salary cap in front of us and then trying to move dollars around and try to impress the fans. We don't want to talk about any of this. So not good. Not good at all. A lot of conversation, a lot of time to get it done. Not good at all.
All right, the NBA up in L.A.
Big storylines. NBA draft came and went. Now, what happens afterwards? Well, the Lakers made the first big piece of news in L.A. They signed Austin Reaves to a 5-year contract extension worth $41 million a year. That's more than they wanted to pay him. But at the end of the day, they had to lock him down because the rumor mill was Detroit and Brooklyn were going to go after him next Wednesday if he got on the open market as a free agent. That leads to the second piece of the conversation. What are they doing with LeBron James? Report last night, the Cavaliers are talking to the Lakers about bringing LeBron back to Cleveland, but the deal would involve Jarrett Allen, the starting center, going to L.A., but Cleveland wants #1 draft picks on top of LeBron James. And across the hallway, L.A. Clippers have been approached by the Toronto Raptors, potential of a deal for Kawhi Leonard. The owner of the Clippers does not want to trade Kawhi. Kawhi has 1 year left on his contract, but I'll tell you, where there's smoke, there's fire. Kawhi could be moving. That would be a bit of a stunner, which would mean the Clippers are going into total rebuild mode. So NBA draft was big. Now here comes free agency, and we'll just wait and see where we go from here.
Crazy story out of the NFL.
This story gets worse and worse and uglier and uglier. We're talking about Brendan Sorsby, the disgraced quarterback from Texas Tech. Good headline, man without a country. The NFL denied his request to create the supplemental draft so he could go to the NFL next season. The letter was not just a rejection, Jason, it was a letter of condemnation. Look at what they put in the letter in terms of privilege versus responsibility. He avoided his responsibility by filing a lawsuit against the NCAA. He took no accountability for what he did with his gambling addiction that covered 4 years. He failed to provide the NFL with any documents, and they finished off the letter with the integrity is the core of the game. And then last night, the Canadian Football League announced they've banned all their teams from putting Sorsby on their negotiating list. He can't go play in the CFL. He is indeed a man without a country.
Wow. Biggest game of the week coming up on Wednesday.
Oh, let's talk soccer. Everybody's following soccer. How electric is all things Team USA? Mauricio Pochettino, very outspoken. First of all, USA wound up losing a tough game to Turkey in the 98th minute. Doesn't matter, because they rested 5 of their players. They almost beat Turkey. They're going as the leader in group play onto the knockout round next Wednesday. But Pochettino, who's criticized the media, because the media criticized him, Pochettino finally revealed what happened in his first meeting with the team. And you and I have talked about this coach changing the culture. This is what Pochettino told the Team USA players in the first meeting. You guys are naive. I am shocked by the complacency in U.S. soccer. Answer me this, what have you accomplished? Your reputation means nothing to me. We're going to come together as one. Look at what he has built with the wave of young players that he's put around Christian Pulisic. Now, they win the group. They move on to the knockout round. Wednesday, 3 o'clock. I don't care where you're going to be. Got to watch it on our sister station, Fox 5. USA, Bosnia, knockout round. They've never gotten beyond the first knockout round. This is a unique opportunity. He's different. This guy from Argentina, this coach, his approach to the players is different. He has brought them together. It's really been special. On we go, Wednesday, Bosnia, 3 o'clock.
Get your popcorn. Oh, man, I can't wait for that.
And the country's electrified.
Oh, it's awesome. All right, thanks, Lee. We'll see you next Saturday.
Have a great sports weekend.
Always do. All right, we'll be right back after this quick break.